Hey guys, this is Nina. Welcome to my channel, Minutes with Nina. I've been gone for a while. I haven't posted anything. I was working on a couple of projects, but I'm back. So definitely remember to like, subscribe, share, and for sure leave a comment below. So March is Women History Month. I personally didn't know that we needed a history month. I'm sure the history hasn't forgotten about us. But in March, I'm starting a series talking about women throughout the history who have had a huge impact on everybody's lives, and their work has had a long-lasting effect. So the first one is one of my favorite people. Her name is Madame Curie, Maria Curie. You might have heard of her. She was a Polish and a neutralized French scientist. She's the first woman who has won a Nobel Prize. She's also the only person who has ever won a Nobel Prize in two different scientific fields, in chemistry and also in physics. She was born into a family of 3 girls. She's the youngest. Her father was a math teacher. Her mother ran a boarding school for girls. And as life has it, when she's 10 years old, she loses her mom to tuberculosis. And also when she's 8 years old, she loses her sister to typhus. And all of these events have a huge impact on who she grows up to be later on. If you're not familiar with her work, whenever you go to get an x-ray, we technically owe that to her. She's the one who discovered radium and also polonium. And sadly enough, the reason she dies is because of her exposure to those two elements, because they both emit radioactive waves, and nobody knew what was the effect of being exposed to them. So she meets her husband later on in life. Her husband is a physicist, also a French physicist and a scientist. Together, they won the first Nobel Prize in physics. And then later on, she wins the other two. Because her husband passes away after a while, and so she carries on with the work, and she wins the other 2 Nobel Prizes after he dies. So after his death, she starts a foundation, the Curie Foundation, the Curie Institute, one in Poland and one in Paris. And they're both known as some of the best schools for science and anything science related. Now here's the crazy part. Because she was a woman and born in the 1800s, she had no access to higher education. So everything she learned was obviously from the support of her family, but it was also her hard work and her desire to earn her spot. Nobody handed anything to her. So she earns her spot at the table basically by showing and proving that she can with her perseverance, obviously her talent, but her hard work and her desire. Nobody handed that spot to her. And if you think it's hard being a woman right now, which it is for a lot of reasons, it was much harder back then to even be able to say that you do anything other than being a homemaker. So I really like her because of that. And Albert Einstein has talked about her so many times. If you are a fan of physics, if you know anything about modern physics, there is a scientist, his name is Ernest Rutherford, and because of Madame Curie's work, Rutherford was able to dissect atom. And after that, the nuclear atom, they call it the stipulation, is because of her work that was continued. So she leaves a big legacy for all of us to use later on in life. Now, if my talk is a little bit nerdy for you, don't worry about the nerdy part. Just know that she was a woman who had a long-lasting effects on all of us. And she was always known for having a very moderate, very humble life. Any award that was given to her, she told them, I want you to give this to the institute that I'm affiliated with, and you should not give that to me. And strangely enough, she didn't patent a couple of her work and discovery because she said, I want the other scientists to be able to freely work on this. Albert Einstein said about her that she's probably one of the few scientists who hasn't been corrupted by fame. And I really admire that about her. Now, if you're a young girl watching this, if you're any woman watching this, just know that we can keep our femininity and we can be a mother, we can be a wife, and we can still earn a spot at the table. We don't have to say goodbye to any of those values or standards. Madame Curie was a mother of 2, and she was a wife, and she was a daughter, and she still made a huge impact on history. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some value. I will come back with another video before the end of the week. And that one is going to be a completely different woman or a category of women. Anyways, definitely don't forget to subscribe and like and comment below, and I'll see you guys soon.